Hey, it's your boy Rockard Darageway, and I just jumped off the porch with Dirty Glove Bastard.
All right, so we got the one and only Rockard Darageway jumping off the porch with us today. Welcome, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's up, man?
I'm feeling good. How you feeling today, too, man?
Man, look, I don't know. Made it to Georgia, and it must be bee season.
Bee season?
Yeah, man. Shit on tank, empty tank of gas. Get out at the dang gas station, and I'm swatting bees, trying to put gas in the tankers. Then next thing you know, I'm having to come up with a plan on how I'm gonna get out the car and pull the gas pump out. But shoot, there's a little bald man back there too, man. He looked like he was doing the Dougie and shit. I felt sorry for him, but look, I had to get up out of there.
That must have been the wrong gas station to stop at, bro. Them bees took over that one, huh? Nah, for real, man. But I appreciate you pulling up on us. Drove down from Memphis in the middle of the night to make this, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. So, what you doing anything else while you in the city? You just driving right back afterwards? Like, what we doing?
I'm a busy man. I'm finna hit y'all big ass 4-lane highway that's always congested.
Of course, yeah. It could be 6 lanes and still packed.
For real.
Yeah, man. So, man, well, let's just dive into the story, though. So, from Memphis, what part of Memphis are you from?
Man, look, that's a hard question. Complex life. But was raised on Peabody. That's Midtown Memphis, right down the street from South Memphis. Claiborne Home, lived out there for a little bit, advanced a lot of that area. From there, Whitehaven, went to Graceland. Then from there, we went to Hickory Hill. That's where I spent most of my life at. And then from there, Germantown, and then,
Shoot, all over then,
all over, man.
Shoot.
Yeah.
And how do you feel about Memphis today? How does Memphis look today compared to when you was coming up there?
Man, bro, let me tell you, man. Look, when I was in school, the one thing, Memphis is a different beast. Like, bro, you gonna be talked about. You gonna talk about people. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be trends. If you live in a certain, you don't really got it like that. You're not gonna be able to keep up with it. And when I was in school, we went through a lot of that. You know what I'm saying? It's just growing pains. That's how you're gonna toughen up from it. Like in our day, man, you fought one, but you fought 50 after that.
True.
You feel me? But it was fight. You know what I'm saying? Or if you had beef with somebody, but we had 10 seconds. Bro, if I ain't like you, bro, you ain't like me, bro, run 10. Run 10, bro, get you 10. That's what we used to say. So, man, we'll run 10, bathroom, man. And we even had, like, rules, bro. Hey, no face hitting, bro. You can hit him in the chest. Or if it was really that, man, you get some face shots. But the difference is, man, these kids is picking up guns and doing the worst, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot that, I don't know, man. Like, dang. You gotta have more to live for, you know what I'm saying? Because most of the time, like, we got into it with somebody like, you know what I'm saying? You probably were best friends after that. Real shit. You probably were best friends after that. So, man, this generation is different.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man.
Yeah.
So talk to us about your upbringing. What was it like growing up for you in Memphis, man?
Man, much of that, man, grew up, like Hickory Hill area, man, where I spent most of my childhood. Went to Kirby High, and you know what I'm saying? This is around the time where like gang stuff was popping off, you know what I'm saying? You had a lot of it. But my mom didn't play that shit though. You know what I'm saying? Like my mom was, she was really new to motherhood, you know what I'm saying? Cause she was on drugs and recovering, you know what I'm saying? Got custody of me when I was 3 years old, so. I got an older brother that's 16 years older than me, but, you know what I'm saying, she didn't really get to raise him. So she was really new to motherhood, so my mom was real strict, so I didn't get to hang with people. I couldn't get caught hanging with people. I couldn't get caught walking with you after school. It wasn't no coming home from school, going nowhere. It was, when you get to the house, man, do your homework, you feel me? So growing up, man, my life was different from other kids. You know what I'm saying? A lot of kids, they had the new shoes, the new Jordans, the new everything, and different clothes. And much of mine was hoping I'd get another pair of shoes for the year. You know what I'm saying? So I was in all honors classes.
Okay.
You know, I was a lame, you know what I mean? Like, I'd say that openly, like, I was straight lame. And I say it proudly, though. Like, I say it proudly, like, 'cause, man, you see what's going on today? Well, your cool guys, you feel me? Like, I can say my life has been a lot different from the cool guys. You know, I may just be the cool guy. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. You know, don't get me wrong, man. You know, I had my first share of trouble. Not nothing big or major, you know what I'm saying? You know, fights, you know what I'm saying? Growing up, man, I wasn't growing up with a sibling, you feel me? I was in the house by myself a lot, so, you know, I didn't grow up with a basketball, you know, football and activities and shit like that. So when it finally got around to that time, I was introduced late, you know. I was a skinny ass goddamn guard on a football team in Hickory Ridge Middle School. Couldn't throw it, couldn't catch it. All right, cool, get hit.
He put you on the line.
For real, dog. So that, you know, then when I finally picked up a basketball, I picked up a basketball probably like my 8th grade summer. Summer of 8th grade. And I loved it. So that's when you know, I was practicing. I couldn't dribble, but I could shoot my ass off. Shooting them, training them, made my freshman team.
Oh, for real?
Yeah,
Okay.
couldn't even dribble. That's all I would use for. You know, a little comical part is, man, I played 2 games my freshman year out of like 30 something. Then the one game I finally got in, shot the ball up so damn high in the air, that joint hit the roof. Well, they made so much, bro, they made fun of me for that. But 10th grade year, oh man, I've been practicing all summer.
Now you got the dribbles, huh?
Man, 6 straight threes, 18 straight points, probably in less than, I don't know, it was 6 consecutive threes, bro.
Oh,
Jim
you Curry
going
shit,
crazy, you heard me? Jim going crazy. I bet they weren't saying nothing else then. And, you know, I got known for that. And, man, my nickname was Pootie Tang. He didn't expect to hear that. Yeah, like, for real though, like, my nickname was really Pootie Tang. Man, high school, man, girl named Shaniqua Simpson, man, big shout out to her, man. She was always funny, and like we passing through class or whatever, and she say, cause I had a ponytail and glasses or whatever, and I had a gap. So she was like, hey man, you know who you look like? I said, man, who? She said, man, you look like Pootie Tang. The whole hall went crazy. Next thing you know, it turned from a joke to actually being my name, Pootie. They just
God
called me
damn.
Pootie. Yeah, funny stuff, man.
Did you embrace it at least?
They had no other choice. Shoot, man, I was draining them fadeaway threes like they were nothing. So when I put the ball in the air, it don't go up. It go up so high. They be like, Pootie. By the time it come in, shoot. And that's what I was known for. For real.
And you ended up going to college right after school, or did you go to the Army first? Which one did you?
Man, I went to college, University of Memphis, man. Wanted to be a nurse, you know what I'm saying? You know, in school, you don't really know what you really want to do. You just know what, you looking at salaries, you looking at what, you know, the best possible way to maintain and grow. So I'm like, yeah, man, I'm gonna be a male nurse, you know what I'm saying? And, man, college was rough, man. You know, you're trying to work, you know, little side jobs and trying to keep your grades up and stuff like that. Mind you, I ain't never had no low grades or nothing like that, so, you know, nothing really less than a B, you feel me? So in college, man, I think I had an F in mathematics. Mind you, semester ain't over. Man, I must have was like, man, look, I ain't going out like that, cuz, you feel me, man? At the end of that semester, I had the highest grade in my class. I swear I had an A+. My teacher was like, I don't know how you did it. I'm like, bro, look, man, I ain't going out with no F for nobody, you feel me? So that's one of the highlights. From then, I ended up going to Southwest Community College, ended up getting my license as an EMT.
Okay.
And I was in nursing school too. I got accepted in nursing school at Tennessee Tech. And man, from there, that's when I was like something clicked. And I was like, man, I gotta get out of Memphis. I said, man, if I graduate, but at the time, right? Hypothetically, if I graduate, then I'm more than likely gonna stay here, and that ain't what I want. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, man, I gotta come up with a plan. And at that time, I was in the reserves, Army Reserves, and so the plan was go Special Forces, worst case scenario, be an infantryman, but I'll be active duty. And I'm like, okay, look, I know I don't wanna be low ranked, so let me raise my GT score, let me get my bachelor's, let me get a commission as an officer, let me, I'm a retire like that, or either I'm gonna take the money I'm making, man, and continue to do this music stuff, But I had a plan.
Yeah. So why so you joined the Army, where did they station you at? Did you go overseas right away, or where were you at the time?
Man, so meanwhile, we doing, it's called X-ray, right? The X-ray program, man, for Special Forces. And I'm like, man, look, this ain't what I want to do, man. I'm finna fell out of this shit. Like, nah, I'm like, man, I'm going infantry, fuck it, right? So we got to sign, like, if we was to get, like, you got your first dibs on your first duty station, right? And you have your top 5 duty stations. And I always said I want to live in Italy. I was like, man, I always wanted to go to Italy. So it was my number 1. And then, like, after that was Germany. And then after that was, like, everything else. And, man, when they said, when they finally called me, it was like, yo, Gillard. I'm like, what's up? Going to Italy. Me and my roommate, man, jumping and, man, running to our barracks like, bitch, I'm going to Italy. Like, bitch, I'm going to Italy. Like, we was just so happy, man. We was ecstatic. And then you get to Italy and find out, like, bro, this is not a vacation. It's not a vacation, bro. Bro, beautiful women, but when it's cold, it's cold. You got, a lot going on, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, I was like, bro, this ain't a vacation for us. It's a vacation for the dependents, though.
Overall, how would you describe your experience being in the Army then?
Whew. Man, boy, you did your homework. You be knowing what questions they ask, huh? Man, so being in the Army, it's not gonna be the same for everybody. You know what I'm saying? No matter what type of person you are, what you look like, how hard you work, who you are, you'll find out that politics is a big thing, you feel me? And in the Army is when I found out, like, I'm from Memphis, mixed culture of people, man, you name it, blacks, white, Mexicans, Asians, all that. That's what Memphis is. It's a beautiful place. But when I made it to the Army as an infantryman, though, you got 2, you may be 3 to every company, and a company is maybe about, 120, 150, maybe. I mean, I won't say that much. I'll say maybe like 100 and some soldiers, maybe. And so if that, and you got battalions, you know what I'm saying, you may see 6, 7, 8 total black people out of a battalion, and a battalion maybe like 1,200, whatever.
That's crazy.
Really, for real. It's because, come on, urban, you know what I'm saying? Your urban culture, most of the guys that want to be infantrymen are, some of the guys who probably was picked on, and, outdoorsmen, you know what I'm saying? They used to that type of lifestyle, so they're like, yeah, I'm gonna do infantry. It sounds like something I wanna do. But I did it because I had to get out of Memphis, right? If I'm gonna be dodging bullets and trying to protect myself, pay me for it. You know what I'm saying? Give me a flag, you feel me? Give me some benefits, you feel me? Like, you don't get no benefits from running from somebody and driving and trying to get away in a getaway car, you hitting potholes on Winchester, you feel me? So, my experience in the Army is, I went through the whole experience of what it means to be a copper-colored nail. You feel me? It's just, there's a reality with it. Be comfortable. You may as well get used to it, not to change it. You know what I'm saying? You may as well adapt and overcome and get better and try to make things better for the people after you. Leadership shit. That's all it boiled down to, right? So, I was treated less than. You got some people who, the younger generation, not so bad, but you got the older generation who are, of course, a bigger influence, and they use that, you feel me? But the most beautiful thing that I experienced in the beginning is my squad leader, he was first my team leader, then my squad leader, and then later on a platoon sergeant. And white guy, but he was very well adapted. He didn't give this, he don't give no fuck about that. He cared about if you was a hard worker or not. He cared about what type of person you was, if he can trust you. And he went from being a team leader and all this to me, to being my brother to the end of time. Like when I tell you that's my brother, that's my brother. Like you talking about somebody I still go to war with right now, that's who I'm going to war with. I got his back. I'll take a bullet for him, real stuff. And he'll do the same for me. So we still got that relationship to this day. And that's something I experienced. Don't get me wrong, there's more people I have a good relationship with, but I went through a hard time in the infantry, and it's something I'll never be able to let go. Can I say it made me who I am? A part of it did, but can I say it actually made me better? You goddamn right it did. And this gets deeper. The more questions you ask, the more I can open up. I don't want to.
Why'd you get discharged from the Army?
Man, I got discharged from the Army. I got put out of the Army, man. And mind you, I just told you what my plans were, and these are big plans. These are not just small time stuff. Hey, I'm finna go in the Army, man, and hope for the best. Nah, I had big plans, and what happened is I started telling people my plans. Like, hey, bro, I'm finna finish my bachelor. The whole time I'm in the infantry, I'm in college. I'm trying to finish my education. I'm trying to raise my GT score. Everything going according to plan. I ended up getting a company coin and battalion coin just because of the level of, hard work and leadership skills and all that. You know what I'm saying? Highly recognized for the type of person that I am, type of soldier. But I ended up getting put out for it's called patterns of misconduct. Patterns of misconduct or something like that. And the average person, you tell somebody you got put out of the Army, they're gonna be like, oh, you must be a bad guy, right? And no, you don't have to. That's when I learned real life. You do not have to be a bad guy or a bad person at all. You just have to be what they perceive you to be, and as long as they can create a profile to fit what they think that you are, then you are. No matter what you've done, no matter how you did it, no matter how you got to that point, you are what they write on paper. You are. So in the Army, a lot of kids get this thing mixed up where they think leadership is stepping on people, right? They think treating somebody less than is part of being a leader. They think just you being behind them is what leadership is. And, they take that, they abuse it, and then that person that they're doing that to, they're stuck with the profile you left them with. Now they have to build from that point. After you move on, they have to build from another point. And it's not fair to them, but most people are gonna overcome and still level up, and it's just gonna be a memory. I got some friends that didn't make it. You feel me? And that'll be with me until the day I freaking go. Especially in a situation where I had the chance to I had a chance to change the course of an event, and I chose not to. But I'm gonna get to that point, but to answer your question, the first thing I got in trouble for was disrespect to a non-commissioned officer. So the event that took place was, we just had got back from the gas chamber, right? And my team leader, who, man, I'm telling you, man, like me and him were both E4s. I had more time than him, and he knew that. But since, you coming into the company, you knew he trying to step all over. And I'm like, bro, you're my leader. You're my higher up. I'm gonna do exactly whatever you tell me to do, and I ain't gonna have no problem with it. I ain't gonna give you no ammo. But that dude had it out for me. Cause what I did was, my first day in the company, we had a ruck march, and I came in first. Bad mistake. And he was behind me. So from that point on, you already know. You know what I'm saying? So, long story short, we get back from the gas chamber, and he was like, "Yo, Gillard, man, you know, man, tie your, do something, clean your weapon or something like that." I'm like, "All right, roger that." So I'm like, "All right, cool." Man, I'm hungry. We just got through getting gassed out. You know what I'm saying? I'm hungry as hell. Man, I go, man, heat up a hot pocket. I come back. I sit down. He's like, "Gillard, what the fuck I tell you to do?" I'm like, "Man, you told me to clean my weapon. I'm cleaning my weapon." "Who the fuck told you to get a hot pocket?" "Drop down." I'm like, now mind you, this ain't the only thing I done went through with this man. So I'm like, all right, roger that. I'm gonna do these push-ups for this little specialist. Because man, you close. You know what I'm saying? So I'm doing push-ups or whatever. And he was like, "Man, how many times I gotta tell you da 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 da?" And man, I'm just tired of this. I'm tired. You just gassed the hell out of me with the gas, man. Man, I must have, man, I was doing this last rep on this push-up and he said something else, man, I jumped up. Man, next thing you know, I'm walking towards the dude. I'm like, man, you know, it's like it's about to really be that. You feel me? So, man, goddamn platoon sergeant saw that shit. He was like, "Gillard, get in the office." Now, mind you, I'm like, man, all right, y'all done got on my nerves since I've been here. I ain't done shit. I'm like, all right, cool. Now, mind you, you know, I'm finna give you the real story now. I'm gonna give you all integrity. Man, when that little weak-ass platoon sergeant walked in that door, man, I walked in right behind him, man. Went right to parade rest in his face. I'm like, you know, bro, I know they don't do wall-to-wall counseling no more, but man, you finna get one. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, "I know what you're doing. Take 2 steps back." I take 2 steps back. I'm gonna do exactly what you tell me to do. He was like, "Gillard, ever since you've been here, da da da." He went off at me, man. I started yelling back at his weak ass. And you know, mind you, when you done everything somebody told you to do so much, right? And you just constantly getting this negative, you know what I'm saying, feedback, but your lifestyle and everything that you're doing with your life and everything that you're doing is well within those parameters of morality, integrity, and what you're supposed to be doing, you get tired. So I end up getting Article 15 for that. You got people wrote statements lying, saying all type of shit. That was the first one. Then the second one, this is after I get moved to another company. Mind you, they had it out for me, bro. Like, and the story with that is, man, my son's mom, stepfather was a commander back at the previous base. So mind you, E4 smashing on his commander's daughter or whatever. Integrity, right? We getting real with this interview, right? But big shout out to him, man. That's my son's granddad. If I ever need somewhere to lay my head, I can still go to that man's house. Sure. You feel me? But long story short, you know, this right here. You feel me? So when I got there, they already knew what they were gonna do to me anyway. So go to the next company, career do this. That's where I got the company coin. That's where I got the battalion coin. That's where I was seen, you know what I'm saying? You know, they seeing me for who I really am. You know what I'm saying? It's totally different from where I was, and it was right across the way. So, man, I had this first sergeant, man. The first sergeant was mad that my commander signed off on my OCS packet, right? Because he didn't want to see me he didn't want to see me be no lieutenant. That guy right there, nah, you feel me? So, after my commander left, that was his opportunity, dog, and he took that opportunity. Now this new commander coming in, guess what he done did? All right, cool, now I'm checking on this OCS packet. They playing with me. Oh man, we don't think you're ready to be a leader. And man, we think you need to go to Ranger school first. In my head, I'm like, bro, I know I ain't gotta go to Ranger school to be no officer. And I know, man, sure, you ain't got nothing against me where you saying I can't become an officer, so I ain't got no counsel, I ain't done nothing, I do everything y'all tell me. So I'm like, fuck it. You want me to get your little Ranger tab? I take that back. I'm not gonna say little Ranger tab. Shout out to my veterans that are Rangers, but at that time, I'm like, I didn't care for the Ranger tab at the time. So at the time, I'm like, I don't want this little Ranger tab. I don't care for it, right? So when you really find out what being a Ranger is, you have so much, you have a whole different level of what it means to be a leader. So, and a soldier. So long story short, I'm like, bro, forget it. I'll go get your Ranger tab. So I have no care in the world to get it, but I'm gonna go get it because you said I got to. I go raise my GT score while I graduate school, I graduate, get my bachelor's, I raised my GT score to a 144. That's a score that's unheard of, right? One of the highest scores ever. So all you need is a 120 to qualify for everything in the military. I had a 144. And it's time for me to go to Ranger school. Well, it's time for what's called pre-Ranger course. It's called PRC. I came, like, bro, when I tell you I was the only person in my battalion. Mind you, a battalion consists of company and battalions. I mean, companies to make up a battalion. I was the only person to qualify for the slot. I earned it. Ain't nobody give me something saying, hey, you messed up, but I'm gonna give you this. None of that. I earned it. There's only 5 slots. I earned mine. Everybody else, hey, we got 50 slots. You feel me? So, I get to Ranger school. I done trained up for it. I get there and pass the, push-ups, the sit-ups, and all this stuff. The first phase, and it's time to do was the team events, and I end up, in a squad. Of course, I'm the only black guy. Who cares, right? They do. I was just playing. So, only black guy, and I'm the only specialist. Everybody else is lieutenants, right? And or either like I think it was all they're all lieutenants. And man, when it was time for me to do my part or whatever, man, they sabotaged me. Now, mind you, in white phase, one person got to be eliminated. So it was a plot. You feel me? And I was the odd man out, as always, right? But we standing in line, and everybody that got phased out or eliminated, they say, hey, what happened? They going up the line, what happened? All right, cool, what happened? He get to me, I'm like, man, they racist, man. They did me like this, da, da, da. He's like, hey, man, we understand what goes on here. We understand this, that, and the third. But whatever you do, when you go to this board, don't say that it was because of racism. I'm like, all right, cool. Man, I must have get in front of the board, and I'm like, man, what happened? Man, racist, da, 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 da. And man, they did this whole fucking, it's like, man, you saying racism, man, that means we gotta do we gotta go and do this, and this. And what they're telling you is you gotta go to the next board. And by you saying that, they're like, look, we don't feel like doing a whole investigation, so we just gonna go ahead and send your ass home. So you can go through all these boards all you want to. It's like being blackballed, right? So go through all the boards and sticking to my story, sticking to the truth. And I get to the last board, and the board, Lieutenant Colonel is like, he's telling me, hey, you're going back to Fort Bragg. Mind you, I really have a reason to be here. I have to get this Ranger tab because they trying to stop me from becoming an officer. But my heart and soul was there and everything that I was doing. And so I'm so tired of being treated, less than that, and always being above and ahead, that I was just over it. So long story short, I actually forgot to salute the Lieutenant Colonel after he gave his, his last command or whatever. I just did it about face and walked out. And I promise you, I didn't do it disrespectfully. I really just forgot to salute the guy. And I walk out, and as I'm walking out, I go through the door, and this E7 runs out the door to meet and starts running towards me. Mind you, we already know what happens if somebody walks towards you. You run towards me, you move too damn fast. He runs towards me, and he's like, what the fuck is that? What? You did salute the Lieutenant Colonel? Who the fuck who's your first sergeant? I said, first sergeant, right? Oh, first sergeant, that's my old Ranger buddy, yeah. I'm gonna make sure I tell him about what you just did, I mean, when you get back, I said, I know I'm at parade rest. I'm like, all right, I'll be waiting on him as soon as I get back, so bet that, all right? Cause now, hey man, I'm a man, bro, don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, as a private or as a specialist, I got you, no problem. Whatever you tell me to do, I got you, but don't threaten me. Cause once you threaten me, like, what's up, Saul? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, I'm like, man, I gotta come up with a backup plan, you feel me? So I go it's a recruit station, we're in Atlanta, it's a recruit, you know what a recruit station is, you know what I'm saying? So, Fort Benning, this is where we did everything at Fort Benning and go to the, I think I got did I get an Uber to the recruit station? I think I walked to the recruit station. I don't remember. But get there and I'm like, hey y'all, look man, worst case scenario, if I get put out the Army, can I still commission back in? They're like, man, nah, you know what I'm saying? Politics, you got to go before board. Like, man, what happened? I tell them about the scenario. They were like, man, look, when you get back, you probably gonna get kicked out. I said, I'm thinking it's just a scratch. I'm like, shit, man, you know, ain't no way, nah. I ain't done shit to get kicked out. Lo and behold, man, when I got back, mind you, I didn't got, you know, company corn, battalion corn. I'm treated a certain way. I ain't treated like, you know what I'm saying? I get back, bro, when I tell you different atmosphere, I walk in the building, like, hey, yeah, Gilla, go to the office. I'm like, damn. Go to the office and, you know what I'm saying, you know, they constantly, you know what I'm saying, they have to do things within a way where you can't go complain on it and say, so everybody ready to do whatever they gonna do to you, how they gonna do it, it's a plot. Man, them folks came up with a whole scheme, dog. So, let me see. So at this point, I'm in headquarters, you know what I'm saying? And I'm getting ready to, I had an appointment. If you miss an appointment in the military, man, like that was a write-up, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't afford no write-up, bro. You know what I'm saying? I was already like, you know what I'm saying, this close or whatever to getting out, you know what I'm saying, put out or whatever. And I get there and I'm like, man, I actually missed my appointment. I get there late and I say, hey, you know, look, can you please see me, you know what I'm saying, because I don't want to get in trouble, please, you know what I'm saying, And EFO specialist like, hey, you know, nah, you know, you missed your appointment, I'm sorry. I'm like, can you talk to your next line, you know what I'm saying, ask her, So she go ask me, said, no, so I'm like, please, like, you know what I'm saying. And he comes out, he's like, nah, so I'm like, man, he's like, you more than welcome to sit here and wait to see if they got any openings, So I sit there down there all day. And I'm like, hey, can y'all see me? He's like, nah, man, you gotta go back. So I go back. And as soon as I get back, the first I was like, they like, Gilla, go to the office. I'm like, oh. So to this day, bro, I got this trauma. Like, if somebody asks me to go to the office, I'm like, and it could be for something good. And I'm like, fuck, I gotta go to the office. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I get there and he's like, what's this I hear about you disrespecting the commander down there? I said, what you talking about? I'm like, first of all, I ain't disrespecting about what. He's like, well, he told you this, He making up some shit, right? And so this is how they processed a disrespect to a commissioned officer. Fought that and then went all the way up to the general and I forget what else happened, but long story short, man, I didn't earn that. I know what I earned, you know what I'm saying? So I signed up for All-American Week. I'm like, hey, sir, hey, it's a new person. He's leaving. He didn't ruin my life. He's leaving, though. He's going to another place to ruin somebody else's goddamn life, right? And, you know, they do a change of command. We got new first sergeant, new commander. But damn, I wish I would have left before y'all, you know what I'm saying, did me wrong. But I asked, could I sign up for All-American Week? I was like, man, yeah, I'm going to sign up for boxing. I'm like, all right. Manager, let me take you back. Let me take you back. Before you left, we had what's called Fight Fridays. Fight Fridays. And, man, I signed up. Man, I get there, it was like, yeah, who you want to fight? I'm like, shit, I want to fight the first sergeant. It was like, you can't fight the first sergeant. Why the fuck I can't fight the first sergeant? You know what I'm saying? So that's when I signed up for All-American Week after that. So, man, first match, 3 seconds. Man, that bell rang out. Boom! Man, it fell out I knocked him clean out of his shoe. Like, he got up, trying to put his shoe on and shit. Second match, man, third round, TKO, knocked him out. And, you know, before every match, I was always getting booed. You know what I'm saying? But I knocked their ass out. That was it. So, yeah, I went through a lot in the Army, man. Yeah. For real.
So when you were in the Army, your son ended up getting adopted, is that right? Or was that after the Army, or how did that happen?
Man, look, I'm working out in the gym. Mind you, I'm going through a divorce, right? Crazy ass chick, you know what I'm saying? People, when you're an Army, when you're in the Army, you're a soldier. You know, that's how people see, hey, I want your benefits, I want your money. So long story short, that's all it was with her. man, she's pregnant. I go overseas, going through a divorce. I let them know, hey, I'm going through a divorce. Long story short, I'm working out in the gym and I get this Facebook message from an attorney saying, hey, you know, do you want to give up rights to your son, da da da. And I'm like, no.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck? I'm working out. My son, I didn't even know my son was born.
For real?
Bro,
you didn't even know he was born?
I didn't even know my son was born.
Like, you knew she was pregnant, though,
I knew
right?
she was pregnant, but you already know she ain't communicating. She ain't telling me nothing. She just doing.
How old was he? Like days old or?
Had to be. I can't remember. He had to been like maybe within like a month or something like that, and a month old. And I'm like, nah, man, I'll take my son. I got this. And so, cause he said, you know, she's trying to give him up for adoption. I got the message. Man, I kid you not, I can't make this shit up.
And she wouldn't be able to unless you signed off, right?
Exactly. So you know what she did when she gave birth? She didn't tell him she was married.
Wait. Are you serious? God
She did
damn.
not tell them she was married. So my name didn't go on the birth certificate. I knew nothing about my son being born. Cause you know, we get all type of alerts, you know what I'm saying? And I would have found out.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, man, I end up telling my chain of command. And that's what led to them, like any soldier that has any type of family problem, they're gonna label you as like a, you know what I'm saying, hey, you know, we got a soldier that's probably gonna be out. They're gonna treat you less than. That's just how
Really?
it
If
is.
you have to go for an emergency like this obviously was.
Man, I had to send a letter to Barack Obama to get a.
To Obama?
I kid you not. I had to send a letter, man. Look, I need to get a compassionate reassignment to go save my son. Barack Obama ended up responding, gets to S1. S1 tells my chain of command, S1 tells him like, hey, bro, do you know Barack Obama sent da-da-da? I was like, what? He's like, bro. I was like, oh my God, bro. We tripped about that in the field for the longest, dog. And so you already know my chain of command already like, oh my God. Hey, yeah, send it, hurry up. So, man, compassionate reassignment get approved. I go. Now, mind you, while they're approving the compassionate reassignment, it's like, hey, man, where you want to go to? And I was like, man, where, you know, it was like Fort Bragg. He was like, hey, man, now mind you, white guy, right? It's like, hey, man, let me tell you something. You sure you want to go to Bragg? I was like, yeah, fuck it, anything to save my son. You know, in my head, I'm like, bro, I got an emergency, bro. He's like, bro, hold up. You sure you want to go to Bragg? I'm like, man, send me. He was like, bro, look, if you go to Bragg, these are the type of things, you know, be head on swivel, be aware that these are the type of things that you may experience when you go. I didn't care, bro, I just wanted to save my son. So, yeah, I took a chance on that and fought for my son. And
You got full custody of him at the time?
you would think, right? You
I
would
mean,
think.
who else would if she's trying to give him up?
That's a great question for Mississippi.
So they ended up letting her give him up for adoption?
They let her keep custody, and she hasn't raised my child since she had. Ever since he was a baby, he's been with some adoptive parents. A mixed child, state of Mississippi. Well, you know,
Have you been able to meet him? Never?
they lie and say they don't have them, but got all these pictures of raising, like literally raising them from a newborn to now.
So you got to see the pictures at least.
Man, you know, Facebook, you know, man, you know,
That's
you have people.
wild.
It's the work, bruh. I don't know too many people that had to deal with some shit like this. But, you know, mixed kid, Mississippi, they weren't trying to give me my child. And it's in the chapters, the Thaddeus Bernard Gillard Sr. story, chapter 1 through 12, I outline everything event for event. You know what I'm saying? So definitely, you really
You're
want
going to be
know
releasing that soon, right?
Yeah, okay. Definitely. Like I got a couple of them on the internet, like chapters 1 through 3.
Okay.
And you know, now I'm about to start uploading the rest, and I plan on doing like a video series.
Yeah.
It's gonna be nice.
And talk about this letter. It's a Cumberland County, right?
Letter to Cumberland County.
Man, break this down, bro.
Man, yo. Cumberland County. So of course I went on to make more children, you know, and all I wanted to be was a dad. I never had my dad. You know what I'm saying? I didn't meet my dad till 7 days before I turned 30.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? And all I wanted to be was a family man. I didn't want to be in the streets. I didn't want to be in and out of this chick. I didn't want to be over her house and over her house. Ain't nobody got time for that, man. I just want to be a family man, raise my kids, man, give them everything I never had, right? And so you know, you're going through trial and error, you meet the person, you trust him, yeah, baby, da da da. And now I'm on my 5th child at that time, and I'm like, you know, look, I've gone through this, and this. Please, look, my life is doing this, and this. You know, my life is doing that, you know what I'm saying? I got all this established for myself. You know, if you want to be serious with me, all right, cool, you know, but this is what I'm trying to do, this is what I want, you know what I'm saying? Be a family, that's it. Be a dad, you know what I'm saying? No broken home bullshit, none of that. So, man, this girl had a whole damn plot, cuz, like, oh yeah, nigga, you working 20 hours a day? How much money you make again? You got what? Oh, okay, okay, cool, whatever you say for me to do, but as soon as I get pregnant. So long story short,
God damn.
You know what I'm saying? Long story short, man, go through these crazy ass events with this female, and she must have threatened me with child support. While she was like 2 seconds pregnant.
2 seconds pregnant.
I'm like, nigga, I ain't got a chance to be a dad yet. Nigga. I'm like, man, can you push the baby out first before we even get it?
So the true intentions were shown right away.
For real, you know what I'm saying? And so, man, that girl put me on child support. I'm like, man, mind you,
$2,500 a month.
$2,500.
Not a couple $100 type shit.
Not $200, $300. I got all these kids. Man, look, I get served about, I just had bought a Lamborghini Huracan for my 33rd birthday. And I'm riding my car, you know, it ain't no every day, you know what I'm saying, but, you know, enjoying myself. I pull up in my driveway, big ass house, and I see a paper on my door. I said, man, it better not be what the fuck, it better not be what I think it is. I swear to God, it better not. It better not. Man, I must have. I said, which one of these? I know it ain't this one because I pay half for the daycare. I do all this, I do that, I know it ain't this one because I know it ain't this. I'm like, who the fuck could this be? I said, all right, cool. Man, I'm mad. You already know what I'm feeling. So I call, you know, this is on a Friday. On a Monday, I call. I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to figure out who put me on child support. Bro, I got 5 kids. I got 2 10-year-olds. I ain't never walked in nobody's child support court. Nobody's, right? So I'm like, who are y'all? What's up? They were like, yeah, this person put you on child. I said, what? Bro, I've done 99% of the finances since the baby got pushed out. And reimbursed her for everything. If she spent something, bro, I'd be like, what you spend? She'll send me the receipt. Cash out. How much is daycare? Cool, I'll pay half of it. Bro, so I feel violated. You know what I'm saying? It'd be a different story. I want to be a dad. Like, I'm seeing my child every 2-3 days, but we weren't together. I hadn't talked, you know, I hadn't, you know what I'm saying, tried to be in no relationship with her since she threatened child support. That's the one thing you don't do to me. Yeah. You threaten child support, now you stuck right there. You stuck right there. Then, hey, no. Tried to have talks and stuff like that. Well, you know, I was pregnant in my home. I don't care. Sorry, I got a girlfriend. Next thing you know, child support. Shoot. And then I go to court, right? And so I'm thinking these people gonna hit me with like a low ass number or something, you know what I'm saying? Like 800, and I'm like 800. You know what I'm saying? So, man, lady, this judge, bro.
Yeah, the lady judge?
Man, black lady, bro. I'm not gonna say your name, but you know who you are, lady. She was like, sir, do you have a problem? She was like, sir, is there a reason why you can't afford to pay $2,154 a month? I said, yeah, there's a reason why. She was like, well, first she asked you, can you? No, is there a reason why? Of course. So I explained why, you know what I'm saying? Basically, you know, integrity, like, bro, I've been doing for my child since day one. This girl put me on child support because I don't want her. You feel me? So she was like, you know, we're gonna go with worksheet A, this, that, and the third, for $2,154 a month. Mind you, I ain't never been in no trouble a day in my life, like no real trouble, right? I don't disrespect, you know what I'm saying? I do whatever I was told to do. But man, first thing came to my mind, I said, I bet I'm not.
That's what you told the
judge? To the judge. I said, I bet I ain't. She was like, well, that's gonna be between you and the child support agents. I said, ma'am, you can lock me up right now, because I ain't paying out a thing. You can may as well go ahead and get it out the way. Before you even put the warrant out for my arrest, you can go ahead and do it now, because I'm not finna send that time. You crazy. Man, so, long story short, man, them folks end up garnishing my check.
Damn.
And, you know, I work 20 hours a day, bro. I do the impossible. You feel me? And that was violation. You feel me? That was real violation, bro. Like, a man working his butt off like that and taking care of his responsibilities and ain't nobody complaining. And I'm able to live the type of life I want to. And you go do me like that, but you one of the ones telling me I work too much. You should quit one of your jobs. Oh, your health and all this, but you didn't care about making me a slave to the government while I do that. So now I have to do that in order to, you know what I'm saying? So, long story short, man, you know, life, now real life kicking in. Well, real life, I was already living real life, but now things are happening and, you know, things are, you guessed it. Sure. Anything with finances, you know, you financial turmoil, bro. Turmoil. Then, you know, you got baby mamas now like, yeah, well, you know, are you able to send this? I'm like, this person did this. Like, man, they mad. Not even at me, they like, why would she do this? Like, don't you know he got other kids? And it's like the only way to, don't get me started, man.
How do you work 20 hours a day? There's only 24 hours, bro. Man, how the fuck you do this?
Sleeping on my 15s, dog. Sleeping on my 15s, bro.
Wait, so this isn't just one job. This is multiple jobs, multiple
full-time jobs, dog. Impossible. You working at 8, you get off from at 8, you go home, you don't even go to sleep because you're scared to go to sleep because you're scared you're going to wake up late. So you just going straight to the 12. Then you get off from the 12, you got to hit the 8 within an hour. So it's like, I just had plans, but my kids, I knew my kids were going to be set up. Properties and all, you know what I'm saying? By age 32, I was getting ready I was buying a 7-unit apartment complex. I was buying a quadplex. I had already had properties. My kids were set up. Okay, you made your sacrifices over there. I made my sacrifices over here for the child. So, you know, when you got a vision and you working that plan, it's like, yeah, the hours of the day, yeah, your body is, you know what I'm saying? But I always looked at it like this. If I was still in the Army and they said wake up at a certain time, I had to be up, and I still had to accomplish the mission. So that's the one thing that was running through my head. And I was like, man, look, doing this is giving me this, and I'm able to do that. Man, let's work to it. Let's get to a certain point, and when we get to this certain point, now we can, you know what I'm saying?
And on top of that, we're pursuing music too, man.
Yeah.
Talk about this rebrand from the producer to Rockard Darageway, man.
Man, Rockard Darageway. Yo, look, so I've always loved guitars. Like, I'm a 90s kid, you know, so, you know, those movies like American Pie, you know what I'm saying? Those action-packed films, you know, you hear rock sounds, and I always had this vision like, yo, man, you know, I'm from Memphis, so I'm gonna always have it in me. It's always gonna be a part of me. It's always gonna be the root, you know what I'm saying, for that sound, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, bro, I like rock too, so, man, I've always wanted to have my own thing, so I have, like, it's like rock and heavy, it's like heavy metal and hip hop, like a southern sound, and it gives you Memphis, but in a rock style, you know what I'm saying? So Vybe Beatz, you know, did some great things as a producer. You know, not too many, you know, accolades as far as placements, but my biggest dreams was always collaborating with the people that inspire me the most. And I've collaborated with Zaytoven, I've collaborated with D.Rich, Young Land, Lex Luger, 808 Mafia, you know, Big Louie, you know what I'm saying, and Vybe Beatz. People that inspired me as a artist, and I love their music. I always told myself I'll collaborate with them, and I made that happen. So that from producer to Rockard Darageway is that inner child, that one that was, you went through all that abuse, you went through, you know, that, you know, just growing up Memphis, you know what I'm saying? And a bigger audience, you know, it's not just about color, it's about, can you relate? Mm-hmm. Can you relate to this right here? And you get to feel them acoustics. I miss music where you can feel it, so I gotta deliver it. I gotta give you what I call Midtown Memphis metal. And I'm the OG of that. I'm the originator of Midtown Memphis metal.
Are these self-produced tracks, by the way, too?
Man, I got dang wish. But,
okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I wasn't too sure.
But yeah, you know, I have.
So who's some of the producers you've been working with then for these songs?
Man, my boy Ceramic Tools. Ceramic Tools is an overseas producer. Talented, overlooked. Man, his beats in the beginning when I first started getting beats from Ceramic Tools, his beats had like 100 and some, you know what I'm saying, 100, maybe 200 per video.
Oh, wow.
Man, he's just as inspired as me. So we work so well together that it's like Drummer Boy and T.I., it's like Drummer Boy and Jeezy. It's like, you know what I'm saying, those producers and artists that come together and you give them what they looking for. And yeah, I'm working with him, Tyler Simpson, you know, man, quite a few.
And you got a single on the way with Jay Fizzle, man. Talk about this one, bro.
Man, that boy Fizzle. Yo, big shout out to Paper Route Empire. Long live Dog, long live Flipper. Man, so this around the time, January 1st last year, I'm going to, you know, I don't even know if I'm even qualified for the Lambo. I don't know nothing. All I know is I want to put my eyes on the Lambo, man. You know what I'm saying? I know I want one, so let me take a day off from work. I'm going to look at this Lambo. Man, I get out there, I look at the Lambo. But on the way, I was listening to a beat I had made, and I was like, man, this joint, I was like, man, I can hear Dolph on this motherfucker, man. And so I'm like, man, I'm writing that joint as I'm driving, you know what I'm saying? I'm typing in my note. They only hit your phone when they want some. I was like, hold up. Put the chorus together and start playing in my head. I was like, bro, I gotta do this song when I get back. So I hit my producer, I'm like, hey, bro, when I get back, bro, I gotta lay this chorus, bro, I got to. He's like, all right, bro, when you get back, I got you. Big shout out to my brother, my big brother, man, South man, my brother, T. Will. Man, I'm like, bro, when I get back, bro, we gotta lay the chorus. I go lay the chorus. I was like, bro, that junk sound like Young Dolph. He was like, bro, that junk kind of sound like Dolph. I was like, bro, man, I'm gonna holler at my Aunt Lo. You know, that Aunt Lo, that's Jay Fizzle aunt. She been like an auntie to me my entire life too. I'm talking about since a little baby boy. Love you, Aunt Lo. Big shout out to her. Big positive influence on my life. She can watch me grow. So I'm like, man, I'm gonna hit Fizzle. Like, hey, auntie, man, I got the song. I'm gonna put Fizzle on. And I hit up Fizzle. And you know, man, my cuz hit me back, chop it up. We set it up, come down here to the A. I'm like, man, look. Either Jay Fizzle go, man, jump over the studio and, man, follow me, man, throw a haymaker clean in my jaw. Talking about you sound like Young Dolph. I'm like, man, either he gonna like this motherfucker, get on their record, dog. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? So we go in there, I go in the studio, you know what I'm saying? And I'm goofy, man. Like, I don't give a fuck, you know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck what the scenery is, you know? And I'm just me, you know what I'm saying? So we get in there, and man, Jay Fizzle, man, high vibes always, man. High vibes, man. And I'm like, Fizzle, bro, either, bro, you gonna, man, slam on me, dog, man, knock me out, but, man, look, bro, I think this just sound like dog. He like, man, play that motherfucker. I'm like, bet. Man, that motherfucker come on. He said, nigga, that's dog. You know what I'm saying? He said that Joe so much energy, dog. He like, bro, that's dog. He like, yo, I'll holler on that hoe. And so I'm like, all right, this nigga did not shit. So, you know, just for play, you know what I'm saying? But, man, I'm sitting down talking. Man, next thing you know, he coming out the booth. I'm like, yeah, shit, I'm guessing he's going back to do another take. I ain't even, you know what I'm saying? He's like, yeah, I'm done. I'm like, you done?
Yeah, he don't play in the booth, man.
That nigga, bro, that shit happened just like this. Man, go in, Walked out. I'm talking about, bro did not have the verse written. Bro went in that mud and laid there jump so fast. I was like, bro, and it came out so solid, bro. Solid. I'm talking about, you feel them. You feel me? So, great record. None on. Get ready for it. None on featuring Jay Fizzle, man. That record is gonna be hot.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Good. Sayso P. That was your blood cousin, right?
That was my blood cousin, dog.
Did you guys have like a close relationship and everything too, or?
Well, you know, it's my cousin. You know what I'm saying? Like we weren't like on the phone every day, but bro, it's my blood. You feel me? So, you know, all I know is, man, Tank, R.P. man, I love you, man. We miss you. You know, your mama miss you. Your mama ain't playing. Mama putting built the ass about you, dog. So, you know, to you know, wake up and, you know what I'm saying, I see my cousin and die. You know
Yeah, because that shit was all over social media.
And it was ridiculous, man. You know, we talking about a kid that not only went off the list, not only just another kid from Memphis, but we talking about a good kid that ain't in no trouble, ain't, you know what I'm saying, he ain't jacking nobody, he ain't taking nothing from nobody. He went and got it on his own and created pathway for other people and helped people. And he's been nothing less than a good, solid person. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, for this to happen is, you know, for my cousin to be murdered, like that was ridiculous, man. And, you know, I don't care what it was for. You feel me? I don't care what they say happened, you know, about some money or whatever, bro. I ain't never gonna believe that. Come on, bro. You see all the stuff my cousin had? 200,000? 200,000. Mansion in Miami. 20-something years old. He need your 200,000. Who from Memphis gave him 200,000? Who from Memphis got 200,000 right now?
Very good point. Yeah.
Come on, man. That was to get validation from the streets to say, yeah, we had a reason to do what we did. But, you know, I respect my cousin, his mama. I'm gonna keep my promise and keep it. I'm gonna keep it where it's understandable that it's an open case. But we miss and love him, and I just want to say, my little cousin was not no thug, none of that. He wasn't none. If anything, he wasn't nothing less than loyal. I'm gonna say that. You feel me? And you know, the good thing that came out of it was the fact that he left behind a great memory. So while we was doing, you know, at the memorial, it was nothing but laughter because we watching his videos of who he really is. Mm-hmm. As you can see, playing dice, doing what he doing, being a kid, you know what I'm saying? He laughing, being goofy, around a bunch of street niggas. He being who he is. That man whole side of the family I ain't never seen his whole side of the family crack or frown ever. Same way you smile, that's all you see from the side of the family. You feel me? So, you know, he come from good energy. And, you know, you took away a good young man. That's what need to be understood. You took away, not only that, you took away a son that was really, really loved by his mom. Man, that man, mama grieving every day, man. Big shout out to my cousin, I love you too. Big shout out to her, but man, that wasn't fair. That just ain't fair, man. We gotta do better. We got to.
Real shit, man. So when is this music dropping, bro?
Man, look.
We know the rebrand is under the way, so hopefully this interview kicks everything off too.
Oh man, and it is, man. Letter to Cumberland County.
You about to perform this on the porch, by the way.
Yes, sir. Man,
so this video will be out real soon too.
It's gonna be crazy, man. I'm telling you, if you are a father that is being taken advantage of by the government, i.e. child support, this song is for you. For those mothers out here just taking advantage of the system, and you just doing those good men dirty, this song is for you. This ain't for the deadbeats though. You feel me? This ain't for a man that has the opportunity to take care of his child and just ain't doing it. This is, hey, look, the reality of the situation is just because you have a law and policies and rules that you make to generally apply, it don't apply to all of us, man. You feel me? So, yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to the fathers that are actually being fathers to their kids. Big shout out to the ones setting the example. And, you know what I'm saying, to the kids that are growing up without your fathers, definitely, whatever you do, find out who your father is, connect with him. It took 30 years for me, you feel me? And, you know what I'm saying, if I grew up with my dad, can I say, you know, I would have lived the same life? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? All I know is without a dad, and I can't say without a mom, but, you know what I'm saying, from the way I grew up, without all the things that all the kids had, I still, man, I'm still one of the first to do a lot, especially in my generation. You know what I'm saying? Man, my principal wrote about me in his book, you feel me? Out of all the kids in this school, he wrote about me, you feel me? The first to ever to be a father and do a song in the form of a book to let my kids know what happened. The first to combine old school and new school dances into a modern song. But, you know, man, my marketing plan was taken, and I watched my idea skyrocket somebody else's career and see my idea all over BET Awards. But, you know, big shout out to him, man. Regardless, still lived his best life, you feel me? So regardless, I don't care, you know, that's behind us. We all know the truth, right? And, you know, that record, the first from Memphis to be my age and buy a Lambo as a regular young man working a 9 to 5. You do not have to kill and steal and do all the stuff y'all doing for some money. Focus on your credit, you know what I'm saying? Work hard for what you want, don't take from nobody else, do right by people, you get good karma, and that's what it's really all about. The first to collab with some of the greatest producers in hip hop as a regular guy, just not, oh, he got this hot record, collab with him. Mm-hmm. Man, somebody said yes. And I appreciate y'all for taking the chance on me and giving me opportunity. I appreciate y'all. It was an honor and pleasure. So yeah, man, music dropping. February 1st is when I'm gonna put new album. Brand spanking new album. First album is called Whites Only Pies. Crazy, right?
That is crazy.
Yeah, Whites Only Pies. See, I learned not to look at things on the surface level. Everybody on the surface level, you know, we look at stuff, so when we say whites only pie, like, oh, black guy, racist, right? But think about it. Pie crust, that's the surface, right? We don't know what the feelings is, you know what I'm saying? But the feeling is the flavor. Now you see what the pie really tastes like. You know what I'm saying? And you'll hear it on the record. I got the record is called Whites Only Pies. You're gonna love the chorus. You're gonna understand what I mean by whites only pie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're a great